wide receiver that Jackson State just pulled in?
Yeah, he's the number one player in the nation, man. Yeah.
No, the other one. No, that was the corner that was the number one player.
Well, he plays both ways.
Right, no, they just pulled another 5-star receiver.
I did see that. I just don't know who he is by heart.
I don't know by heart, but I was like Deion really out here doing something.
Well, Deion, I mean, who wouldn't want to play for primetime, man? I mean, come on.
That's the thing, though. Think about how old these kids are. They 18. They never saw Deion.
Yeah, but when you're at that level, when you're that elite of a football player, you're familiar with football history.
Right. Again, history, but still, you never saw him.
Yeah. You didn't see it live.
Yeah, that's my point. You didn't see it live, and you just
that number one.
It's the way our parents would tell us about
Elvis
Jim
Presley.
Brown and
Elvis Presley.
you know the old Bart Starr and shit.
Yeah.
You hear it,
Johnny
you're
Unitas.
You're like, okay.
I'm sure Johnny Unitas was good, Dad.
You're like, oh, okay.
And you watch film back then, and
it's all grainy and shit. I mean, granted, the film quality you'll see of Deion is better now. But again, it's kids.
It's going to be how you're going to talk about Barry Sanders in 30 years when we have running backs running like 4.2s. You're going to be like, Barry was still better.
Barry's still better.
I don't care if he runs a 4.18.
I watched Barry turn Rod Woodson from a corner to a safety. Yep. From a top 10 corner.
Our time's coming, man. Give it like 30 years. The athletes just keep evolving, right?
30 years. Give it 10 years.
Yeah. Athletes keep evolving, man.
We were just talking about Ja.
Yep.
Ja's my height.
Yeah. And Ja, and he just literally pinned a ball on the backboard with two hands above the square.
Ja
above the
square. He
square.
has a rocket ship on his back. Like just
That's ridiculous.
Elevate.
That's ridiculous.
It's not even jumps, it's elevation. But anyways, yeah. What Deion's doing down there, like, I understand why some of these motherfuckers like Saban is like, no, I don't want to expand. Because then you open the door.
Where did Deion play in college?
Florida State.
Okay. Because I was going to make a prediction. I knew
he jumps to a big school.
Well, he's going to get up. He's going to get up to D1, or D1, not Double A. But my prediction, I mean, before I realized he played at Florida State, you would think Deion would be like the perfect coach for Miami.
For the U, yeah.
For the U, like, come on, his recruiting would explode.
Deion was at Florida State. That was.
Yeah.
It was
shit, maybe he'll coach if he coached Florida State, they would blow back up too. They would blow back up.
Boy.
But like just his swagger would fit the U perfectly, man.
Could you imagine like just the resources he would have available
to him
at Florida State?
And he's got so that number one cornerback that went there, Travis Hunter, he's the number one player in the nation overall, all positions.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was crystal balled to like A&M, Bama.
It's a bad man.
And Georgia, and he committed to freaking Jackson State. That's crazy, man. The game is changing, man. This NIL shit.
I'm excited.
Yep. So Michigan football. We got a real easy schedule next year. We're going to have to replace a lot of starters on defense. We have this kid named Braden McGregor. Mm-hmm. Remember that name. He looks exactly like Aiden Hutchinson. He's a defensive end. He's like Aiden Hutchinson 2.0. He's a good recruit coming out of high school. He'll be on the field next year.
Can't wait.
Braden McGregor. And we got some other guys that are gonna have to step up. So we'll talk more about that in the spring. Just tune in if you're a diehard Wolverine.
Do you think Aiden gets number one overall pick?
So I actually have a buddy who's a diehard Jags fan, and he said he'd be happy with Aiden just because he has so much potential. Mm-hmm. But he said as far as what the team needs, he would rather the Jags trade away the number one pick and get an O-lineman. He said they're in dire need of an O-lineman. So either trade it away or just take an O-lineman first overall. But I don't know if there's any
there's no O-lineman that's
worthy. That's worthy. Yeah.
Like when you get from what I've seen, when you get to the middle of this draft,
then there's some
O-linemen rich.
Yeah.
Like you're talking about O-linemen who are going to have 10-year careers, but they're not going to be first round, second rounders. But middle of this draft, they're there.
Yep. The interesting thing would be is if they did trade it away, who's gonna get that? Who would
take it?
Yeah, that would be interesting. It's gonna get real interesting. But I don't think that the Jags are gonna take him because that's not what they need. I think Aiden
who comes in as coach and GM. Well,
yeah.
Still got the GM.
Yeah, I think he's worthy of being the number one overall pick, but I don't think it'll happen. I think he's gonna go number two. Number 2 to the Lions.
To Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
And then
your boy Aiden's staying home, man.
And then we take Dax Hill at 30? Can I tell you how happy I'd be?
Aiden already said he would love to stay home. He said quote unquote, it would be like me being a superhero twice in the same town.
You think Michigan loves you? Oh,
yeah.
Let me tell you about these Lions fans. We've had to live through some pain. All I know is pain as a Lions fan. So let me tell you what.
I'm not a Lions fan, but it would be more pain than being a Michigan fan. I can tell you that. So I think that's where he's going. Then Kayvon, I forget his first name, Thibodeau. He'll go third to who is third right now? It's not the Dolphins, not the Giants.
It's not the Giants? I was going to say the Giants.
I think the Giants are Jets, yeah. I think Giants are fourth or fifth.
I mean, I would be happy either way with Thibodeau or Aiden. Coming in, Thibodeau's a fucking freak athlete.
Yeah, he's more of an athlete than Aiden. Aiden is
got a motor.
He's got a motor. He's a freak. He's freak strength and everything, but he's just got that nose.
Yeah.
He's a motor.
He's got a motor, and like he's one of those guys. Like I'm excited to see him when all he does is football.
Yeah.
Like that's your only thing. That's all you do. You just do football.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You don't have to waste time doing nothing else.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
He's already started perfecting his craft, man. Because a couple years ago, he was a good player, but he wasn't like, hey, that man's gonna finish second in a Heisman race player.
Yeah. And
now he is. So, it'd be exciting to see him in the NFL.
I'm ready for it.
So we might as well transition to the NFL.
NFL.
Who you got, man? Who you got in the Super Bowl? We got playoffs coming up. We had an interesting game last night.
So,
did you think they were going to tie?
I did.
If they were going to tie, man, if they tied last night, I'd say the shit's rigged, man.
I did.
Vegas. It would just been Vegas.
Like my friends asked me, like, so if you were, coaching one of them, would you just like, hey, let's go tie? No, you put your foot on their neck as a division opponent. Like you stomp them out. And if I'm going out, I'm not going out on my shield. I'm going out with my sword through my chest, a sword through my chest. I'm not going out kneeling. Fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah, so,
But again, if I'm Brandon Staley, I don't call that fucking timeout. I make them run that play, and then if that running back runs for 40 yards for that touchdown and beat me, cool. But I'm not gonna beat myself, and then it's like, oh. And then he said this bullshit like, oh, I had to get my proper personnel groupings out there. You got 5 guys on your staff that are in charge of personnel groupings. Yep. If they weren't out there, they just weren't fucking out there.
You're all about that dedicated personnel, dedicated coach to personnel. Because when Michigan was getting beat up on defensive substitutions all year, I tried to explain it to you. You're like, no, you have a man specifically dedicated to getting the subs in. And I'm like, well, they're
the problem was that it just kept happening in different games. Like,
well, when you run no huddle and you got defensive linemen gassed and they weigh 315 pounds, they're not going to get off the field in time, especially when before they even run off the field, they have to look to the sideline and get the call or not the formation. It's not defensive formation, but the package. It's a defensive package. That's going to tell you who's on the field.
At some point, you got to like start thinking about well, they're gonna do this to gas them.
They did that.
We got to have guys ready to go.
You're right, and they did do a excellent job of adjusting the second half against Ohio State.
Guys that can be in multiple packages. Yeah. Like, all right, so this tackle can't be in this package, but his backup can be in this package and another package if they switch it as formation. Yep. He's got to be ready to go. Like, that was my thing. Like, I get it. Like, they're gonna do that because it works, but at some point you have to adjust to their adjustment.
Yep.
That's all I was saying. Yep. Like. And that's my whole thing. Like, there's player personnel guys. That's their fucking job. Mm-hmm. And, like, in the NFL, you got 5 of them.
Yep.
5 of them on every fucking staff. I don't know how many there are on Michigan or any college, but at least 2.
So,
for offense, but for defense.
So what's your Super Bowl matchup prediction then this year? Who you got from the AFC and the NFC? Who you got?
Keep it real.
I could go first.
Matthew.
Oh, you love your boy.
Matthew Stafford. Rams are going to get there. He's going to go through touchdown time to get there.
I don't know about that.
And then he's going to beat Pat Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Oh. And then Matt Stafford's career goes from really good quarterback to Hall of Famer.
You know what? I like Matt Stafford. I like the Lions because, it's mostly Michigan fans that are Lions fans. So, naturally, I gravitate towards that. And I like Matt Stafford. So, for his sake, I hope that happens. But I don't think that's what's going to happen, man. So you think? So you got the Rams, Chiefs.
Rams, Chiefs.
We gonna make a friendly bet on this?
No.
All right. Because I'm gonna go, dude. I'm gonna go Green Bay, man. Green Bay. I'm gonna go Green Bay, and I know they're not having the best season this year, but I'm gonna go with the Bills, just because I thought last year they could have made it, and I think they're a good team.
Okay.
Would I bet my life savings on it? No, I'd pick the Chiefs out of the AFC, but I'd like to see the Bills get there, and it would be good to mix things up a little bit. But yeah, Packers, Bills. Aaron Rodgers he's a savage. I love the man. And
talk about a small market Super Bowl to bring to LA.
Yeah, it's true.
Green Bay fans travel well.
Oh,
yeah. Buffalo fans.
Green. That cheese runs deep, man, all throughout the country. But yeah, Buffalo. That's a very small market, but I think they're good enough. I mean, you look at the AFC. You got what? You got Buffalo, Cincy, the Titans, who. Okay.
They have the number 1 seed in the playoffs. They got to bye.
Right, but Derrick Henry didn't come back this week.
He'll be back for their game.
Like for sure?
Yeah.
You know that for sure.
They've already activated him.
Okay, that may change my mind. I think I may change it to Packers Titans, because if Derrick Henry's there, I'll never bet against.
King Henry, dude. That dude's different.
That dude is literally just Hulk smash. You just hand him the ball and it's
scary.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna say this: barring Derrick Henry not coming back.
You're going with the Bills.
Yes.
Derrick Henry comes back at full strength.
If he comes back full strength,
Titans.
I'll take Titans, Packers. And I think people would love to see that matchup too, because people like the Titans, man. They love Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
And Aaron Rodgers is, one of the most popular most popular NFL players on Twitter lately. Him and Antonio Brown are probably the two most. But yeah, and Aaron Rodgers is probably having the best season of his career too. It's hard to argue against that. He's having a ridiculous year.
I think the last MVP season he had was better, but
the things he's doing he doesn't have as many tools right now.
He has the best wide receiver in the league.
The best? You think Devontae Adams is the best? Not Cup?
No. Cup wasn't considered one of the best wide receivers in the league until Matthew Stafford got there.
Oh, here we go.
Cup was considered really good.
Oh, man.
Cup was considered good enough for you to let Robert Woods go, but he wasn't considered Devontae Adams good. Like, people are going to start giving Matthew Stafford his fucking flowers.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. I think at some point you got to give credit to receivers, man.
He's really
So you're saying Calvin Johnson isn't that good because Matt Stafford?
I'm saying Calvin Johnson's the greatest wide receiver of all time. But
I'm not going to argue
telling you that he set that record with Calvin Johnson being double covered all the time because the Lions ain't have shit else. But Matthew was that damn good.
No, when you're double covered and you make a catch, that's because you're good, not the quarterback.
I'm telling you, there's some windows.
There are some windows.
There's some windows where Stafford was like, I'm going to lay this in there.
I just recently watched Calvin Johnson's career highlights. Actually, his not MVP, but his career setting. He had a career season, right?
Yeah.
He set some or a season
he broke
record.
all Jerry's records.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I watched that. You know how many jump balls he caught in single and double coverage? A lot. More than Randy Moss did in his biggest season. I think you need to give some credit to Cup. I love Matt Stafford, but
I think Cup's really good.
Yeah. But this all goes back to I don't know if Devontae is the best receiver in the league, but Aaron Rodgers.
Devontae's the best route runner in the league.
I'm not even exaggerating when I say this, man. And there's a lot of people that wouldn't agree with this, but just pure talent. I think Aaron Rodgers might be the most talented QB to ever play in the NFL.
Second.
Who has more talent than him overall?
Patrick Mahomes.
No, not yet. Not yet, man. Come on.
The natural talent is Patrick Mahomes.
I wouldn't even say that, man. Aaron Rodgers has done unbelievable shit. He does it on the run. His arm is the best quarterback arm to ever go through the NFL. You can't argue that. He has the best arm. It's ridiculous. Some of the throws he's made throughout his career are 60 yards, rolling left, 60 yards down the sideline, threading a needle. Like, he's insane.
Patrick Mahomes is more naturally talented, is a more gifted athlete than Aaron Rodgers.
Maybe gifted athlete, but I said talented quarterback. I didn't say gifted athlete. I said talented quarterback. We're talking